Hello, everyone. So welcome to Building Your Business with Strategy and Systems. So today we'll be talking all about how to really build your business with systems and strategies. And this will be just a casual slash informal chat in terms of how to really build your business using strategies and systems and how to really create that organization in your business so that you can focus on making more money. So the floor is open to anyone who wants to join in on the hot seat. I'd love to have you on. And if you guys have any questions at this point, feel free to go ahead and type that in the chat box, and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. So I'll go ahead and introduce myself. So my name is Krista Jennings. I am a business systems strategy to female entrepreneurs and business owners. I help my clients to really create the organization and the structure they need in their business so that they can focus on making more money. And how do you actually create that organization and structure in your business is to really streamline, get organized in your business, create the strategies and the systems that you need so that you can focus on making more money in your business. So that's a little bit about me. I live in the north. I live in Toronto, Canada, and that's what I do for a living. And I really do appreciate you being here and you watching in. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor for any questions at this moment. So what are some of the things you lovely people who are on right now have going on in your business? And do you have any questions about really being more organized in your business? Because I am really particular about really being organized in my business and really creating that foundation so that I can really thrive in my business. So with that being said, any of you that are on live right now are more than welcome to join in. So any of you lovely ladies would like to join in, feel free to do so. I will accept it. So one of the things so I'm just going to kind of keep going here. And if you decide that you want to join in, I'd be happy to have you. But one of the most asked question that I have from people in my community and even from actual clients is, Krista, I really don't know what it is I need to be working on in my business. And I actually wrote a blog post about this today. And later on, I will share that blog post with you lovely people here. But a lot of people ask me, how do I figure out what it is that I need to work on in my business? And there's an ultimate answer to that. You don't know what it is that you need to work on in your business because you don't have a strategic objective and you don't have a plan and you don't know where you're going in your business. You don't know where you want to go in your business. So you're finding that you don't know what it is and you need to work on. So first of all, you need to figure out what it is that you want to accomplish in your business. What are the elements that need to be present in order for you to accomplish those things that you want to accomplish in your business, and really break down your days in order to actually accomplish those things. And the easiest way to do that is to theme your days. So welcome to those of you guys who are just joining in. I appreciate you being here. Hi, Gary. And like I said, the floor is open for anyone who wants to jump in and give some feedback, or even, put me in the hot seat or ask questions about what are the things that you are struggling with in your business at this moment. So with that being said, the easiest way to really create that organization and that foundation in your business so you can be absolutely more organized and create that structure in your business is to theme your day. So each day having one focus on what are the things you want to accomplish in your business. If you create that structure where you're organized, you theme your days, and you know exactly what it is that you need to do in your business, you will definitely move the needle in your business and you'll be able to know what exactly it is that you need to work on in your business. Hello, thanks for joining. Like I said, the floor is open for anyone who wants to join in. I'd love to have you jump in. Phoenicia, did you want to jump in? did you want to jump in? Let me know if you did. And if you do, I'll be happy to have you join in and ask questions and co-host with me for a little bit. So, so yes, and you can also go ahead and tell that little birdie that we're on, and you can share this with your followers on Twitter and other social media platforms as well. So is that Tish? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but you're more than welcome to join in the hot seat as well and ask questions. I'd love to be of service and to really help anyone that has any questions. Phoenicia, did you want to join in? I'd love to have you in. If you feel comfortable joining in, I'd love to have you in. So another point that I wanted to make very clear as well is to really talk about the strategies that you need in your business. I'll get on, but I really can't talk. That's fine. That's fine. You're more than welcome to jump in for a little bit. I'd love to have you in. One of the other things that it's really important that you have in your business is the strategies and being really clear on what these strategies are and how these strategies are really going to push the needle in your business. And strategies are great, but also it's really important that you have that system, and that system usually encompasses the tactical work that you need to do in your business so that you can really get to the high level things. And a lot of entrepreneurs, that I know, they like to work on the strategic things in your business, and sometimes we get too caught up with the tactical work in your business and not focus too much, and we're not able to focus on the strategic work. And I'm going to go ahead and say this, and I know that some people might not. If you're watching the replay or you're watching this live, don't get offended by me saying this, but hello. If you like doing a lot of tactical work, then I don't think entrepreneurship is for you. If you like working on the strategic things in your business, then entrepreneurship is definitely for you. So, like I said, there's an open seat. You're more than welcome to join in. And if you're just joining, go ahead and tell a little birdie that we're on and share this with your friends and followers. So it's really important that you create the organization and, really create the systems in place. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So it's really important that you create that organization in your business and that foundation of all the tactical things that you need to do in your business so that you can focus more on the strategic work. So go ahead and introduce yourself, my dear.
Okay, so my name is Phoenicia Hudson, and I do social media management and marketing and content development and tech training, and I actually have a show that I do on Wednesdays also, and it starts at 9:45 Central, which is like an hour, hour and maybe 30 minutes, close to 30 minutes away from now. So that's why I was like, I can hop on for a minute, but I'm getting ready for my show. So, I do those things, and my niche clients are chefs and bakers because my husband owns a catering and pastry company, and so I've been around that industry for so long. So that's why those are my niche clients. So I kind of help them get their social media together and build their presence online. Because with most people in food, they love to see their visuals. So I try to help them get, prepared for that. So
awesome. Shanu. Okay. All right. So let me ask you this as well. What are some of the challenges you're having right now in your business? Do you have the proper systems and processes in your business right now to really push the needle and really move the needle in your business to take your business to the next level? And this is a place for us to feel completely, we can be vulnerable. We can really talk about, the real life things about entrepreneurship and the real life things about our business. So Where do you stand on that?
Sorry, I had to unmute myself.
Yeah.
So I am like a Blabaholic right now. So I'm always on Blab, finding out new systems that will help me and, make me have be able to do more, but with less time. So I am still in that growing phase, finding out which systems work best for me. And there's so many out there, so you can kind of get drowned by, this, and somebody tells you this. So it's like I'm still in that, I wouldn't say learning phase, but figuring out what works best for me. So I'm always open to learn new systems or even new apps that people, tell me about. That anything with productivity, because time is something I can't get back.
Absolutely, yes, and I get that. So right now, what systems do you have in place for you to really grow your business?
So I use things like Hootsuite, Buffer, Post Planner, things like that can kind of help me, kind of automate some of the stuff. I've used TweetDeck before, things like that, where it's kind of a collaborative in one place. But I still like to be very personable on Twitter. So some of the tweets that I send out, I do them manually. That's just because I like to do them. But those are the main ones right now. I've learned probably about 10 more today that I'm going to look into. So, I mean, that's where I'm at.
Okay, so I always tell my clients this, that you should choose your tools and pretend as if, not pretend, but treat your tools as if they're employees. And I went ahead and typed in the chat box, freefromperfect.com/Trello, and that's what I use for managing projects and really, pretty much taking a lot of things that I have in Google Docs and putting into Trello. Trello is amazing for that. I absolutely love Trello. I've already created a free training for IFTTT, which is awesome for automating things and streamlining things and really taking things to the next level. IFTTT has allowed me to, gain more visibility in my business and have some really amazing people start to follow me on Twitter. Like this week, I couldn't believe it. Taye Diggs, the actor, started to follow me on Twitter. And I was like, wow. And I'm going to put that all on IFTTT's honorary list, because automating and streamlining things has, increased my visibility, and I'm putting out really great content out there. And a lot of really high level entrepreneurs are starting to follow me and notice me. So I put that, all in IFTT's honorary, because if it wasn't for streamlining things and really creating that organizational structure for Twitter, then a lot of these people wouldn't even know who the heck I am. So IFTT is great. By hands down, love IFTTT. It's a free software. You guys can go ahead and check it out. I've created a free training for that. I put it in the chat box there. And if you're watching the replay, it's freefromperfect.com/IFTTT. Hi, sweetheart. Hello. How are you?
I forgot about that one. IFTT is one of the ones I use too. I went ahead and, did a few recipes, and I forgot about it because it's like you can set it and forget it. So I forgot all about that one. And I see that Teach said Slack, which a lot of people have told me about, but I just hadn't had the time to go check it out yet. So I'd like to know more about that if somebody has actually.
I haven't. I don't think I will, because I'm really happy where I am. The other tool that I fell in love with, as much as I fell in love with Trello, is I put it in the chat box. It's called Deliver It. So DLVR.it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. It's like Hootsuite on crack. It does way more than Hootsuite. It does amazing things. I love it. It's $9 a month. When I found it, I was like, I'm going to spend that $9 a month. And the last time I felt that way about something was when I said, let me give Trello another chance. So Delivery is a really, really amazing tool to use. I'm actually putting together a training on how to use Trello, IFTTT, and Delivery. So if you're interested in getting access to this training, it is not for free, but if you're interested in getting this training, feel free to send me an email at krista@freefromperfect.com, and I'd be happy to share this training with you as well. It's a really in-depth training, so it took a lot of time to do, so it's not for free. But you feel free to send me an email to find out about that. Delivery is amazing. I love it. Like, I did a webinar recently with a business group that's based in the UK, like a women's business group based in the UK. I did an in-depth training on Delivery, and every day I'm finding really amazing things about Delivery, and I don't have anything bad to say about it so far. So that's where I'm at with that. So you know, that's kind of where I am with that. So Venetia, let people know a little bit more about some of the things that they can use to really take their social media game to the next level.
Okay, so my thing I always say with social media is the main thing, and people forget it, especially like when we're on this subject talking about systems, people forget to be sociable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Everybody's automating this, automating.
Yeah, humanize it.
Right?
It. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I understand the need to have to automate some things because there's just not enough time in the day, but people have to remember, like, just taking the time to be like people, so people can actually know that you're actually human, makes, you know, the whole a world of difference. So like I was saying, like on Twitter, I actually, you know, if I am thanking somebody for following me, I will actually go, you know, read their bio, find out a little bit about them, and then kind of personalize that message towards them. And then like the same thing with, you know, Instagram or Facebook on my page or on the groups, I'll try to be, you know, personable, and I might ask a question to get a response, you know, engagement. I think that's the key with any social media platform. Try to get as much engagement as possible, and, you know, ask open-ended questions, you know, so people can reply. So I think that's the main thing that will take you from just being like everybody else.
Absolutely. So I want to ask you this, Venetia. What are the 3 like social media don't do's that you see people are doing and you want to tell people right now, stop it. Don't do that anymore. If you really are taking your business seriously, don't do that. So lay it out all for us.
Okay, say that one more time.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is tell us the 3 to 5 top things that you see people doing on social media that is actually hurting their business as opposed to helping their business, so that we know not to do those things and we should really be taking our business seriously. So if you're actually taking your business seriously, then you will you won't do these things. So
I think one with Twitter is just blind following everybody who follows you. I know some people like to do that, but you know, what if you get somebody who's following you that has, I mean, I understand following people, you know, having a good mixture, but you want to try to follow people in your in the same field as you know, because you can learn from them. And then I get following people maybe like, you know, entertainment, actors, athletes, candidates, you know, presidential candidates, politicians, things like that. But you just don't want to go blind following everybody that follows you. That's definitely one thing. And then like when you retweet, because a lot of people just like go through and just retweet everything on their timeline. You don't necessarily want to do all that. You know, pick stuff that you think is going to add value, even though most of it might, but it might be something that they've seen like a million times already. So kind of go through and make sure it's something that's giving extra value to the people there. And then like one thing with Instagram, you want to make the picture interesting. And so you don't want to have like pictures that are kind of pointless. You want to post pictures that kind of engage and make people think about the picture, or they see a nice, I don't know, it can be any kind of photo, but it's just about the way you post it, the lighting, how it is. And even if you have a question to go along with it, or if you there's something in the picture that may catch the people's eye, and then that makes them want to engage more. So just don't just throw anything up on there just to be having pictures on there. That's the same thing with like your Facebook pages. You want to have something on your Facebook page that not represents, but something that your client would be interested in learning about. And then you also want to kind of have something that is personal about you that they would enjoy, so maybe something funny, a funny article or anything like that. So the whole blind posting thing, just posting just to be posting, that's a number one don't do, because people.
Absolutely. I think that's really important that you pointed out on relevance, because relevance is a very key factor. And I think a lot of people tend to deviate from that and not really think about what is the essence of my business? What is the mission statement of my business? What is the values of my business? What is my brand putting out? And I know that Sade is on right now, and she talks all about, branding yourself and really branding yourself in alignment to who you are and what it is that you stand for. So
she should hop in. I love Sade.
Yes, Sade, you're welcome to join. We'd love to have you on. So it's really important.
I'm going to plug in my computer. Hold on for a quick second.
No problem. That's fine. And yes, and paid ads are really important, because you know what? Facebook is an amazing platform, and it really, it's a pay to play kind of platform. And I love that, because you have to invest in your business. You have to be okay with putting money forward in your business to really pushing the needle and really taking your business to the next level. And if you are not willing to pay, then how do you expect other people to pay you in your business and really value the services that you have to offer?
That's another thing I wanted to add really quick, like with Facebook, since like you said, it is a pay to play. So you have to have some kind of marketing budget to reach the clients and your ideal client that you want to reach. And then also think about, with video marketing being the new thing, start doing that. Twitter even has, the video where you can reply in video. Start trying those out. Those are like, people see them, but it's not as popular. It is getting more popular, but people like to see a personal video response with you actually speaking to them. And then also on Facebook, videos do really well. And pictures, those do well than you just posting text and trying to get a response out of the people who are watching. Or
yes, absolutely. And with the new rollout in Facebook ads in the Power Editor, you have the opportunity to do the ads on Instagram as well, which is really amazing. And really, more or less double dip in terms of the advertisement that you can do as well. So it's really, really important that you're on top of all these things, and really, get things done. Really put your business out there, because if you're sitting on your idea and you think sitting on your business, no one will ever know what your business is all about. So, don't be scared to spend money on your business, because guess what? Other people are going to notice that you're okay with investing in your business. And if you're okay with investing in your business, other people will value and really look at you in a different light. So that's another point to make as well. Did you have any other points that you wanted to cover, or is there anything else you want to talk about in terms of strategies? So what are some of the key components, Phoenicia, what are some of the key components in creating a social media strategy?
Well, as you know, and most people say it, but you definitely want to know who you're trying to target, the audience that you're trying to target. So you want to know what that audience looks like, what they like to read, what they like to do. You kind of pretty pretty much have to impersonate and act like you are them if it's not, exactly the same person that you are. So, and then you have to find out what social platforms they're on. Where do they frequent? So, like most of the young kids hang out on Snapchat. So if you maybe have something that is geared towards, young adolescents or teenagers, you might want to focus on Snapchat being the platform to try to get a hold of them. If you want to focus more on the older crowd, most of them are on Facebook and most of them are on Twitter. So it just depends on which one you want to use. And, even Twitter has where you can do, you can pay to do ads on Twitter. So you just have to find out what they want, what they like to do, where they're hanging out, and then you build your strategy around that. What time are they usually online? When you can catch them. Like if it's a working crowd, they may not be online during the day. I mean, you can probably catch them during the lunch hour, but the best time for you to probably post is like when everybody's getting off, kind of settled in at home to get more engagement and find, your crowd.
Yes, so. And I really like that you mentioned the time too, because we think that yes, we can put things out there, we can throw things on the wall and expect and pray that they stick. But realistically, we really need to create that strategy and really look at the time frame that our ideal clients are online. So hypothetically, now I'm putting you on the spot now. If you like, my target audience are female entrepreneurs. Say I don't know what time they're online or what time they're on Twitter. What would you say to that, to answer that question?
Okay, so you said female entrepreneurs, right? Okay, so that can kind of have a two-way street because some entrepreneurs are still working. They still work full-time because they're probably trying to get their business up and running. But some may also be where they have gotten to a good place, and so they are, maybe they have home offices and things like that. So for that, I would say use Twitter. I'd say use the search engines to do hashtags like entrepreneurs or, female entrepreneurs to see where they're at, who else they are following, and see, let's say something like Kim Garst or somebody like that. If she has somebody following her, see what posts they're engaging in of hers, and and kind of try to mimic that. So it's you just have to kind of find where they're at, and then you can do like targeted searches to see where you can find them. Like on Twitter, I know you definitely can do an advanced search, and even on Facebook you can do an advanced search, and you can actually, when you see like ads, if you were targeted, because you're a female entrepreneur, so say if you saw an ad in your Facebook feed, you can actually click on that to see why you were targeted. So you can see what the analytics were for the person who made the ad to see why you were targeted.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay, so how would you find that analytics?
It's on the ad. There's a little like drop down, and you just click it, and then you can see it'll show.
Awesome.
When you do an ad, you can do
you target it.
So when you do an ad, you can do you can do people who, if you want to target people who follow another person that's in your same field. Like say if I wanted to target people who also like Kim Garst or
Marie Forleo,
you can target those kind of people who have liked those pages, or people who live in a certain distance from you, certain city, just all kind of different things.
Yeah, so I learned something new because I didn't know that you can actually click on the ad and see what the analytics behind all of that. So that's amazing that you've shed light on that. And I hope everyone is finding this value when you are able to even see these things, and actually use these things in your actual business as well. Because it's good to see what other people are doing, but being able to understand the thought process behind it, the procedure, and the strategy behind all of that, so that you can actually really push the needle in your business as well. I think that's absolutely important as well. So great pointer. So what are, I'm all about, I love social media. Like social media has really helped my business to grow tremendously. And what would you say, like, I don't know if you're an introvert, I'm a very big introvert. So what are some of the pointers you can give to an introvert who is, let's say someone who is starting out their business and they really want to really push the needle in their business. They really want to push the envelope. They really want to get things ramped up in their business to the next level. What are some of the, like, let's just say, what are 3 things they could do starting today that they can really do to push the needle and push the envelope in their business? You're shy? Okay, so we have another introvert here. Hello, Adrina. Thanks for joining. You're welcome to join in into the open seat. But Phoenicia, let me ask you, are you an introvert or are you an extrovert?
Hi. So I definitely, I'm going to answer this question and then I'm going to get off so I can get ready for my black. Yeah. But I consider myself an extrovert. I, at one time, tended to be kind of shy, but I think I've kind of broken out of that shell. So I think for introverts, finding something that people can relate to, even if they're not an introvert, you know what I mean? So like I was listening to a lady today on Blab. Like I said, I'm a Blabaholic, but she did she shared one of her blog posts on Twitter. And the blog post was something like one of the reasons that I failed something or whatever. And so stuff like that, where people feel like, a person like, I can relate to that. Like, yeah, I failed that stuff too. So, things like that help people relate to you and making you be a human, which you are. You're just not as out in the open as everybody else. So I think that's one of the things you can do to get more people to relate to you and get connections and kind of get it going. And then from there, you can, continue on the rapport and the relationship with people. So.
Yeah, and I think that's interesting because we haven't really had an opportunity to connect, on this in this way. And I would have, if I had to guess, I would have thought that you're an introvert because naturally I attract people who are introverts. And when I say an introvert, a lot of people don't understand what that means. Like, yes, I am upbeat and I like to talk to people, but I really, really thrive off of being alone. Like, I like working on things individually. And a lot of people think that, because you're upbeat and you can be talkative, that you may not be an introvert. I'm very much an introvert. I like working alone, and I really thrive off of being alone. Some people, if you're an extrovert, you thrive off of being amongst a group and working and really interacting with people in different levels. So just to kind of premise with that, but I think it's really important that you stay really true to who you are, because a lot of people who've reached out to me and are interested in working with me are people like, you know what, I really connect with you because you're an introvert and you're an entrepreneur and you're putting yourself out there. And I really admire that. And you've been consistent. And I think, and I know that the key to being successful in business is to be consistent. And if you're not consistent, don't expect to have consistent 5K, 10K, 50K, 100K months. It's not going to happen. So it's really, really important that you're consistent. Consistency is the game to play, essentially. And I want to put that out there because a lot of people, think that they see all these people, for instance, you mentioned Kim Garst. Like, Kim Garst is a really successful social media guru. But one thing you notice about Kim Garst, she's consistent. She is consistent. If you follow her on her Twitter, and she actually follows me on Twitter, so I always see what she's putting out there, and she's consistent with it. And consistency is super, super important. So if you're not consistent, that's definitely something that you need to consider and something that you definitely really need to change in your business as well. So did you have anything to say about that, Phoenicia, before? I know you have to go, but I wanted to give you the opportunity to talk on that and touch on that a little bit.
No, you hit it on the head, but I just wanted to add to that consistency and being authentic. because people can tell, especially with Periscope and these face-to-face things, we can tell when you're being authentic. Before all of this live streaming came out, you can kind of just sit behind your keyboard and fake away, but now people can really tell. So consistency and authenticity are the two main things that you need to go far.
Absolutely. And you know that I really dislike that term fake it till you make it, because I don't subscribe to that one bit. I'm like, how can you fake it till you make it? Because you're not being yourself. And then guess what? When you make it, so to speak, then you're going to show who you really are. That doesn't make any sense. And that does not, I can't relate to that.
Yeah, and then you'll lose your audience then if they've known you to be this way all the time, and then all of a sudden you're doing something different, they're gonna be like, no.
Yeah, that does not jive with them, and they're not able to relate to them. They're like, well, the person who I really thought I was really following is not really who I thought they were, and that's not, you know. Oh, Tish said he will be joining in. Don't be shy. I'm shy, and I'm here. Listen to me.
He is not shy.
I am really shy.
I don't believe it. I've seen him on Blab. He does really good.
Okay, well,
if he's shy, I can't tell.
Well, you're more than welcome to join in on the conversation. But Phoenicia, thank you so much for joining in and sharing so much valuable information, and really, you know, putting it all out there, because, you know, social is authentic. You know, even though you're behind your computer and you're not, you know, face to face with somebody. Thank you. It's really important that you are being authentic, and of course be consistent, but your authenticity has to shine through what it is that you are projecting, what it is, the message that you're portraying to everybody out there. So I'm going to go ahead and let Tish to join in. Thanks for joining, Phoenicia. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Hello, Tish.
Ladies. How are you doing? I was really enjoying the conversation. Thank you for the nice information.
Oh, good. Okay.
Unfortunately, I cannot contribute to. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you can. You can. Trust me. Somehow, some way, we're going to allow you to contribute. So go ahead and let everybody know who you are and what it is that you do, and we'll take it from there.
My name is Teach, and I'm an alcoholic. And I'm joking. I'm Teach the Great. I'm originally from Zimbabwe. Spent the last 15 to 20 years traveling the world. I just returned to the motherland. I'm in Cape Town right now. I'll be flying out to Atlanta in a few days. I've got a big event there. That's me. Yeah.
Okay, so what is it that you do? Are you a business owner? Are you an entrepreneur? What is it that you do?
Okay, I've got multiple things which I do. I do online marketing. Last year, I had the third fastest growing online business in the world. I lost that one. Then this year, we've got... how can I put it? A crazy company which is growing. Like we're doing almost high six figures every other day. So I can't complain over there. I also consult with some Fortune 500 companies and on marketing. So I'm all about marketing and scaling up a business. That's my area of expertise.
Awesome. It's really good to have you here. So I'm going to dig deep, and I want you to share your expertise with everyone here. So let everyone know what are let's say the three components, the three things that are essential in marketing to really push the envelope and push the needle in your business.
Okay. This is the first thing which you need to do, right? You need a clearly defined avatar. Everything starts there, right? Who is that person? Describe that person in detail, right? But most importantly, you need to describe in detail the person you do not want. Like, for instance, everything which we do, we use two people. One, his name is Charles. Right? The other one, his name is Dan. Dan is our target audience. Charles is the person which we do not want, right? So we clearly describe Charles' family, age of the kids, income, what are his fears, what are his aspirations, where does he hang out, who does he hang out with, what, like everything in detail, right? Then we go and describe Dan in detail, right? So why would you want to do that? Because when you've done that, it allows you to pinpoint exactly where that person hangs out. For instance, if let's say I'm targeting women of a certain age who hang out here, who read this book and all those things, right? I know what time to run my ads and where, right? So all of those variables are extremely, extremely important. Most people get into something, right? They love it, they are passionate about it, right? But they forget to define who they want to serve. The rest does not matter. So like a lot of people criticize me for not using social media, right? For instance, right? I don't use social media because I cannot pinpoint my avatar and only my avatar. I personally believe if I'm to spend $1, I need to get at least $20, $2, anything as long as it's more than that dollar I spent, right? On social media, for instance, right, you can spend, let's say, 5-6 hours. You don't know exactly how many leads you have generated, right? You are not even putting into equation the value of your time, right? When you factor in everything, you find that you are making sales, right? You're getting new customers, but you're operating at a loss if you factor in the value of your time, right? So I factor in all those elements. And in my marketing, I spend, let's say, a day on average, I spend on actual business not more than 45 minutes. And I generate on average per week more than 10,000 leads, right? How do I do that? I place ads, right? And I watch my funnel sort out everything, right? That's how you scale up a business. It's difficult to scale up social media, for instance. It's like, let's say you decide, wow, you know what? I'm going to scale up my business, and you're doing social media. You can't wake up with 10,000 more subscribers tomorrow, right? It's not going to happen. It gradually grows, right? Then another thing which I'm criticized for is the fact that I don't recommend social media as a front end. You use social media on the back end of your funnel. What does that mean? If you're using social media on the front end, that means you're generating leads for your business on the front end. Leads are coming from social media. You can lose that like that. Twitter account shut down, Periscope banned, Facebook shut down, and things like that. You lose, right? If you're using it on the back end, they are already in your autoresponder. You control the environment. Like for instance, with me, I invite my subscribers to Blab every now and then. Come, I'm on Blab, Teach the Greatest on Blab, come and check me out, right? If Blab shuts me down, I can send an email to all of them. We are good. So things like that, that's what I always tell people. You need to know exactly, one, who you're serving and how big your business or how big you want your business to be, right? Because if you want your business to be making millions, you need to have the right marketing strategies to support that, right? You can't come to social media, for instance, and say, you know what, by the end of 2015, I need to have made a couple of million, and you are doing social media. It's not going to happen because you gradually grow your followers and things like that. But you can say, you know what, I want to make $1 million, and the marketing strategy, let's say it's, let's just say newsletter marketing, right? You can go to Huffington Post and say, you know what, I want to place a $2,500 ad, right? And from the $2,000 ad, you yield, let's say, 7 to 10,000, for instance, right? And that can happen in a 48-hour period from placing the ad to getting your money back, right? And you place another one for 10,000, now you are scaling up, right? You can get to 1 million within a 30-day period, right? Based on the funnel which you have. So social media is good, but know how much money you want to make, right? If you want to make, let's say, a 5-figure income, social media is great, right? You get to meet people, you get to hang out, grow your followership, and money starts to, snowball. That's just me.
Yeah, but that's really interesting too, because a lot of people wouldn't have think about using platforms like Huffington Post to advertise for their business as well, right?
Now, this is the thing, right? One thing which I've learned, right? If you go back in 2009, when Google changed their policies and they stopped allowing most online businesses from advertising with them on AdWords, a lot of people lost their businesses, right? So I learned to diversify. And one thing which I don't do, if I see a lot of people moving in a certain direction, I go the opposite direction. Like, for instance, a lot of people use Facebook, YouTube, Google, Twitter, LinkedIn, some of them, right? Those are the places they advertise or they do their business. I avoid most of those like a plague. Why? When something happens, it affects everyone else. I diversify my businesses, and like places I market, most people don't even think of. And the traffic is 10 times cheaper and more targeted.
So what actual channels are you actually using then?
Okay, I can give you one. It's called Axiom, right? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it for Axiom. What it is, when you're buying something and you swipe your credit card, right? That data. One, you've got a contract with your card company, your Visa company, that they cannot share your details, right? But what they do is the way you actually use your card, the terminal, or even online, where you are punching the card, you don't have a contract with those. They are allowed to resell your details and target you, right? So I go to, let's say, Axioms, like they offer advertising. Right? They've got their own platform. And I'm targeting someone who has purchased a similar product to what I'm selling in the last 30 days. So I'm only talking to people who are actively purchasing what I'm selling. You understand? Because people by nature, when you buy something, you don't stop there. You always buy similar things nonstop.
Yeah.
So when you calculate the return on investment, when you are targeting that kind of person who has said, I'm interested with their credit card, it's much more than, let's say we go to Facebook ads. They are based on interest, right? You might be interested in something, you just like, like I can go to a fan page, like let's say Maria Folio or whatever, that lady, right? I might think, oh, she's cute. Let me like a fan page. Then advertisers target me because I liked her fan page. But that is too general. You can't even, on Facebook, you can't even pinpoint where I am in the buying cycle, as opposed to someone who's actively purchasing. So I focus on companies which deal with that kind of data.
I like that. And I think that a lot of people wouldn't even think about that platform or even that, channel to really start to develop a marketing strategy around that as well.
It just made sense to me. Like, for instance, if you look at Facebook, right, there are Insight, which is connected to that, what's the name of it? Facebook.
Instagram?
Power Editor.
Okay.
Power Editor, right? It's they're trying to connect with these data brokers, but so they tried and it's being blocked by what you call it, your Congress. So,
I live in Canada, so I don't know. I live in,
oh,
so
okay.
it doesn't affect me.
Okay. It affects everyone because
Okay.
it affects the whole world. With me, I'd rather go straight to the source without the Facebook markup. So it's very important that people open their minds. Like whenever I mention that with social media, you are building your house on someone else's land. At any time, you can be evicted. A lot of people get upset with that. But I only talk from my personal experiences. 2008, I had over 50,000 Twitter followers, right? I woke up one day, 2 days before my birthday, to an email from Twitter to telling me that what my account has been terminated for aggressive following. They wouldn't listen to me. To this day, I don't have that account. I just opened a new one with a couple of hundred people. Facebook fan page, I had 18,000 people on my fan page, all gone. So I learned the hard way. The hard way. There's nothing wrong with social media, but don't put it on the front end.
That's interesting.
I actually agree with that. I haven't personally had it happen where my account has been closed, but I do agree that you should be building your base through email marketing or whatever other channels you use, and then like you said, using the social media on the back end, because just like you said, at any time your account can be closed for whatever reason that you don't know. So you can, just say like you have a Facebook group and something happens. Okay, where are all those contacts? Did you get them into an email system? Because you can always email, but if they were on your Facebook group and then your page gets shut down or something, you won't have any contact with them. So I absolutely agree.
Absolutely. And it's funny because coming to talk about this too, there was someone who was interested in working with me, as a coaching client. And, she, I wouldn't get into details of why, she's taking a little bit longer to sign on. But I do, consistently follow up with people, and I followed with her, and I was like, so how's everything going? Like, what have you really done to really push the needle in your business? And she was like, well, I'm right now working on the products and services I need to create for my business. I'm like, so do you have a following? Do you have people's email addresses? Do you know what people want? You're creating these products and services, and you don't even know if these people actually want this. And it goes right back to what you said, Tish, about that, having these people's email addresses. Going back to what you said, Phoenicia, you need people, you know what I mean? You need to have a direct mode of communication to these people. And if you don't have that mode of communication and you're just presuming what they want, then you are doing yourself a disservice. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your effort, and potentially wasting your money as well. So it's really important that you create that strategic plan and really build your business around strategic systems, as opposed to guessing things and just kind of throwing things, throwing mud at the wall and expecting things to actually stick, because realistically, it doesn't work that way.
What I can do to add there, right? If you find that you've got multiple products, right, and you did not do your research ahead of time, there's a work around. What you can do, you need to go broad, right? When you advertising, you go broad. When you go broad, you're getting a lot of people interested through the funnel, but you need to do advanced things from there on. You need what we call a dynamic VSL. It's let's say it's a sales presentation, a long presentation, but it's cut off, right? In between their questions, are you male or female, right? Whatever they click, they're taken to a different section of a presentation, right? And are you interested in this or this, right? You're walking them through, right? Until you get them. So, you know what? I see you are well suited with this product. But if you are new, I wouldn't recommend that, because it took me about 2 years to create my funnel, which does that. And it's no one else can even do it if I'm not around. Everyone else is like, it takes a lot. You need to know exactly what you're doing. You need to know marketing in and out. And with me, that's the only thing I love.
Oh my gosh, you're dropping so much value bombs, and I appreciate you being here. And I know you said that you were shy and you didn't think that you could contribute to this conversation. Man, you're dropping so much value bombs, and you're really, really setting the stage and really giving us an opportunity to look at things in a different perspective as well. Because I wouldn't even think about that, and that is something that yes, he's very intelligent. He's able to.
No, that's not true. I'm not very intelligent. Let me tell you the honest truth. No, I'll tell you my story. When I came online, for instance, the first 2 years, working 7 days a week, 17 hours a day, I made $100 in 2 years. Very few people
talk about that. Yeah, we'll tell you that. Yeah.
So I went through the school of hard knocks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I do every day when I wake up, I spend an hour and a half analyzing my split tests, right? What's working, what's not working. Deleting the donkeys. What's not working, we call them donkeys, right? Deleting the donkeys, scaling up the stallions, right? So I let people tell me based on what they are buying, right? Okay, this is a winner, this is not. This is a winner, this is not. Okay, I need to do more of this, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a matter of just crossing out things which are not working and focusing on the things which work. One thing which I learned is there is no guru, absolutely zero, who can tell you do this, do this, do this, do this, it will work. Because everything is about split testing. You're constantly testing and improving. Mm-hmm. 80% of the things you do are not going to work. 20% are going to make you extremely rich. So focus on the 20%. So it's not about being intelligent. It's just like testing, split testing.
Yeah, and absolutely. Testing things out and seeing what works and what doesn't work is, really pivotal in your business, because in order for you to know what it is that you need to do, you have to know what it is that you don't need to do, and really channel things through that path as well.
Now I'm going to give you a free tip. For those, if you are new, right? And if you are in social media, anything online, right? If you want to make money, right? The first impression is important, especially doing something which is relatively cheap, which very few people do, will set you apart. There's a little tool which I use called BombBomb, right? It's just a little video recorder, right? It's almost like this blab.
Okay, can you put that link in the link to that in the chat box?
Okay, I'll give it to you.
We need this info, Teach. You can't just tell us, you gotta give it to us.
Now, what you do with this, right? Any person you meet, if you want to work with them, send them a video email using that. It gives you the contacts. It takes literally 10 seconds to get started with just click, done. They give you 15-day trial. And if you are dealing with clients, use that. Don't send a regular email. And the whole thing, the way it looks, everything about it, it's nice. When they open it, it tells you this person has opened it or they've watched it. They like it based on if they see all of it. So you can shoot another one. They can shoot one back to you. It's like I use that when I'm going after high-level affiliates, right? And so far, everyone responds to it and they go, oh, wow, this is so cool. It's called BombBomb. A lot of realtors use it when they're selling $1 million houses. So it's like what? It's cheap. I think it's cheap, less than $30 per month. And you get a free trial. Check it out. It's really worth it.
This is so much value. I did not expect that we were going to have this level of value on. I'm here. I'm absorbing this. This is being recorded. This will be up on my this will be up on my website. But Tisha, thank you so much for coming on.
You need to realize.
But keep going because we appreciate it. We appreciate
You need
this.
to
We appreciate
you
this.
need to realize one thing. You need to realize one thing, right? It's not what you get out of something. It's what you put in, what you give. I was
But you
listening into the
apply.
two of you. I was
Yeah,
listening to the
apply.
two of you, right? I was listening to the two of you, and you guys were giving real value. I don't use social media, but what you guys were sharing was extremely valuable, right? So I just thought, you know what? Let me see how I can contribute also to what to this. Normally, I'll just sit there and I'll just say, okay, it's a waste of time. This don't work because I've tested everything, right? But when I find people giving value, I don't mind. I'll tell you exactly. And this is very important for people to know. What I'm saying is what I'm using right now, right? What I'm saying is what I'm using right now. And for those who don't know me, just Google me. You'll see, like, I've been through the school of hard knocks. Last year, I lost a business which was doing 3.3 million, right? Overnight, one email, Teach and Gloria, we don't want to do business with you anymore. Oh, Gloria is my business partner. We don't want to do business with you anymore. It's too risky for us. Like that, no merchant was willing to pick up our account. We had over 10,000 affiliates trying to kill us because we couldn't get them money. It was a tough situation. And beginning of this year, I started from zero and already got another $1 million business. So what I'm saying has been tested over and over and over, and it works, and it's working right now. I don't talk about things which I don't do. Like
Yeah.
if you look against, if I could share my screen, I'll share and I'll show you that bomb. Like I got clients like Yahoo through that little software, so use it.
Okay, so Shan asked, how did you rebuild from losing your business? You want to shed some light in that?
That's very, very important. I was blessed when we were in that previous company, we were helping thousands of people, right? And when the merchants shut us down, it was 2 days before we were due to pay out money to our thousands of affiliates, right? And what happened was we had to send out an email instead of money to people. Some people were supposed to be paid over $100,000 for that month's work. And to tell a person, instead of your 100,000, we have to say goodbye. Online, you are automatically branded as a scammer and things like that. But we had built enough relationship with those people. When we reopened another business, most of them came running. But what we did is very, very important. If you don't have money to advertise, you might want to copy what I did. I got a group of...
I'm going to mute her because... Shan, can you please get your headphones ready? Because we don't want any echo going on here. But go ahead, Tish.
Oh, me?
Okay.
Yes, okay, we can hear you. But continue to...
So I got a group of people to contribute to a marketing budget. We each contributed $600, and we placed an ad. And from the money which came from that, we reinvested, and we kept on reinvesting. Like we did that over a 30-day period. We did about 8 times. After the 8th time, we had over $10,000. Then we scaled up our business. So you need to know exactly what you're doing. And just like this is what you do. Let's say you take $1,000, right? You break it down into 4 parts, right? You place in 4 different places, right? And you analyze what is working. You find 3/4 of that is not going to work, right? Whatever works, start advertising there. Scale up that. That's how you grow your business. And one thing which I need to stress, just because I don't use social media does not mean it doesn't work. Do something which you are comfortable with, but you need to work hard at it, whatever it is. 1 hour a day, right? But the hour I put in, I know exactly to the T, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm done. go back to sleep or come to Blab to hang out, because I spend most of my time on YouTube or whatever. If someone wants to talk to me, they come to Skype. I don't want to see real people. You know what I'm saying? So like Blab is it's cool for me. I get to hang out, talk to people, share my my wisdom. So know your marketing strategy and make sure you marry it with what you want to, like how much you want to make. So you, like the people you mentioned, oh, this is important. When you are copying someone else, make sure you're on the same level with those people. The biggest mistake people make is they look at a celebrity, right? What do I mean by celebrity? Those guru marketers, right, who are well known. When they produce something, people go and buy because of the name attached to it. If you copy the same thing, you fall flat on your face and you wonder why. So make sure the person you're copying is on the same level with you. If it's working for them, it will work for you. But if it's a celebrity, like these Marias, these Kims and all those, you're copying the wrong people. That's very, very important.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think that was really important that you mentioned that as well, that if you're going to copy, which I really don't like using that term copy, but if you're going to copy people that you're going to model them, then you're going to model people who are on the same level as you, but even maybe somebody who is maybe just a little above you as well. So that works, yes. So that you can use that to really leverage your efforts and what you're actually putting into it as well, so that you can have the maximum amount of output in the results, because it's all about leveraging your time and your resources for the maximum results as well. So I think that's something to really take into consideration as well.
Definitely. Okay, ladies, it's 4 a.m. I need to be going. I need to be sleeping.
It was really, really great having you on. You shared so much value bombs. I'm looking forward to seeing you live on Blab and really connecting with you. I'm following you on Twitter.
I'll follow you on Twitter.
Yeah, because I really want to see how all of this actually comes into fruition and how all this really plays into really building your business as well. So I'm looking
forward to what you can do, right? Because I'm actually going to be teaching this on Monday, right? Mm-hmm. You can come and try. This is not a sales pitch. That is if you want to see this, right? We've got a program which we are doing. It's free for 7 days, but you pay $1 to get started. Now you can take the 7-day trial, then just stop afterwards. I want you to see exactly, because here I can't share my screen, right? Mm-hmm. Or you can just go and opt in onto my list. I actually show people exactly my funnel, right? You see the different automations, everything, how it works, where it works, why I put it there. And I actually show people every step. There's no like, oh, I can't show you this, I can't show you that. No. You see every step and you can implement it in your own business. This kind of things, very few people are talking about it, but it's critical. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely critical.
Okay, so how can we, if there's anyone that's on right now and they want to check this out, how can they get on this live training?
I was actually talking about you too. Because you see, you don't get on. The last thing which you want on a Blab is to get on and start selling. No. I was referring to, if you guys want to see the funnel, that's the only way. Because Monday I'm doing an advanced automation training where you actually see. What I do is I sit down on my computer and all the members come. And I show them from the time a person gets onto our list, how do we move them through the buying cycle? How do we get them to take particular actions? What happens? Why does it happen like that? Right? So we show our members everything. And the cool thing is we actually pause, right? My partner and I, and all the members copy exactly what they're seeing on the screen. right, in their own funnel, and we continue like that. We do that over a 6-month period where we help our members create their own well-oiled funnel. It's really insane.
Yes,
Really,
I'm curious. I'm curious,
Me
and I
too.
don't get curious for a lot of things. So I'm really like, and I'm being honest. Like a lot of things come, and I'm just like, okay, I just really don't. I don't. There's so much information out there, and you really
Oh my
need to
God.
decipher what it
Yeah.
is that you really want to focus on, and what is it things that you actually want to absorb. So Tisha, I'm actually interested in kind of seeing how this all comes into play. So what time is this? I'm giving you the platform to really to go ahead and
now
talk about
I
it.
do not want to share that information here, right? Because
Can you send it to us on Twitter since we both follow you?
Yes.
just add me on Skype and I'll Skype it to you, right?
Okay.
When you add me on Skype, my secretary handles that. Just say, Teach instructed you to contact him. And
Okay,
she'll
can you
make
just
sure
give
it
us
happens.
your email address instead? I think that's a little bit easier.
Email, the easiest way is Skype.
Okay.
Email, like, again, I don't handle that. I've got people who handle those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just Skype me and I'll give it to you. Anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I really, really appreciate you having me and listening to what I had to share. I hope people actually implement these things. If you don't understand anything, please feel free to ask. I will show you. I've got nothing to hide. And if you catch me on the right day, especially on Skype, you don't even need to come to my webinar. I'll share my screen and show it to you. It's just that simple. But you have to realize what I show people is not for people who want to make, let's say, a 5-figure income and things like that, right? It's not for you if you are into things like that. It works for people who want to make millions. Just that simple. It's just too many things. If you want to, Sean, okay. I see people adding me already. That's interesting. Welcome. So match how much you want to make with your marketing, right? If you're not interested in a 7 and above figure, like most of the things you do is like 8 figures, right? If you're not interested in those kind of numbers, it's a waste of time. It won't work for you. It really will not work for you.
Absolutely, and I can see how people can really look into this further to see how it would actually benefit them and what actions they'll need to take, because it's all about taking action and trying things and seeing what works. Like, it's really important to see what doesn't work so you can actually know what it is that will work. So I think that's really important that you've mentioned, and I think that's something that each and every one of us knows, but we don't really, it's not really registered as much as it really should be in our minds. So,
and also, if you look at my setup, the setup was designed because of one thing, not even 2 things. One, I'm very lazy. I'm very, very lazy. And 2, I've got ADD, right? I can't focus. So I put things in place which allow me to work only 1 hour, right? And which work if I don't feel like getting out of bed that particular day, or if I'm traveling, because I travel a lot, more than an average person. So with things like this, you get your life back. You absolutely get your life. You get your life.
And I like what you mentioned, how that the places that we're actually going in and putting our credit card information, we need to be using that as a means to target our marketing efforts and really create strategic plans and strategic boundaries and strategic actions by leveraging those platforms as well.
Definitely. So, ladies, thank you very much. It's almost 4:15 a.m.
But
me
good
too.
to have you here. It was really great to have you
No,
here.
it was really nice connecting with you, ladies, and I look forward to seeing some more value from you guys. So good night, good night, good night. Bye for now.
And have
Bye bye,
okay,
guys.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. But yes, this was awesome. Like he shared a lot of really, really value information, and I appreciate that, Tish, for sharing that. And if anyone wants to come ahead and jump into the seat is open, and I'd love to have you on. Phoenicia, don't you have some live to do?
Yes. I was just about to say that, but I knew when he got on that I was going to have to listen, because I told you he always has some good value that he's dropping. So yes, I have to go get ready for my blab that starts in about 30 minutes. But thank you for having me. And
No
I'll
problem.
see you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. So I'm going to hang in here for a few more minutes to see if anyone will be joining in, and if you have anything valuable to share in terms of building your business with systems and strategies. And if there isn't anyone else that would like to join in, then I will go ahead and end the scope. We're just running a little bit over, but that's okay. I'm really interested in bringing as much value and really bringing together a discussion that will provoke thought and really provoke yes, you need the replay. Okay, I will definitely make sure that you get the replay. But he shared so much great value in the very beginning, and I'm all about value and really taking action, implementing things, because it's great to have all this wonderful knowledge, but if you aren't implementing it, you are doing your business a great disservice. So if there's anyone that wants to jump in, I'm going to be here for another 5 minutes or so. If not, we're going to go ahead and end this scope, because this was amazing. There was so much information. Like, I learned so much, and I'm so excited to actually go back to more and revisit my 2016 strategic plan for my business and apply some of these things and see what works and what doesn't work, because it's great to know all this great stuff, but it's also really important to know what it is that will work and what won't work as well. So Shan, if you're still up to it, there's a spot here for you. You can come ahead and come in and join in. If not, we're going to go ahead and end this lab. So for those of you who are just joining in and you don't know who I am and I'm on your screen, it's okay. You're tired. It's been a long day for me as well. If you don't know who I am, my name is Krista Jennings, and I am a business system strategist to female entrepreneurs and business owners. I help my clients to really create the systems and the organization they need in their business, as well as the practices and the processes, so that they can focus on making more money in their business. So just go ahead and kind of rehash who I am. And if you've never been on here and you don't know who the heck I am, so put that out there. And I don't think anyone's going to go ahead and join in. So I'm going to go ahead and end this blab right now. And I'm on here Wednesday nights between 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time through to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you feel free to join me. And I'm on all social media platforms at freefromperfect.com, or you can find me on Periscope at Free From Perfect, Facebook, and all other social media platforms. Following, awesome. I'm looking forward to connecting with you, Shan. I've seen a few of your Periscope, so I'm going to go ahead and end this blab. I keep wanting to say scope because I'm such a big Periscoper, but I'll go ahead and end this blab right now. And you wonderful people, thanks for joining in. I hope you found value, and I hope that you actually implement a lot of these strategies into your business and see what actually works and what doesn't work. You wonderful people, have a great night, and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.